Hey there, and welcome back to Fininsergy, the channel that brings you everything you need to know about personal finance and wealth building. If you're new here, I'm Javier, and today we're going to talk about one of the most powerful concepts in finance, compound interest. Now, I know it sounds like something you might have heard about in school or in a financial seminar, but today we're going to break it down in a way that will totally change the way you think about money. You probably heard the saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Well, this couldn't be truer when it comes to compound interest. If you start early, even small amounts can turn into massive sums over time. But even if you're starting later in life, don't worry. There's still plenty of time to make compound interest work for you. In today's video, I'll show you how compound interest works, why it's crucial to start investing as soon as possible, and how to harness its full potential. By the end, you'll understand how compound interest can help you reach your financial goals faster than you ever thought possible. Before we dive in, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos that can change your financial life. Let's get started. 1. What is compound interest? 1.1. The definition of compound interest. At its core, compound interest is the concept of earning interest on your initial investment and the interest that accumulates over time. This means that over time, your interest will start earning interest, which accelerates the growth of your money. Here's a simple example. Let's say you invest $1,000 at an interest rate of 5% per year. In the first year, you'll earn $50, 5% of $1,000. But in the second year, instead of just earning interest on your initial $1,000, you'll earn 5% on $1,050. The original $1,000 plus the $50 interest you earn in year one. And this continues year after year, meaning the interest you earn will grow faster and faster. 1.2. Simple interest versus compound interest. To really understand the power of compound interest, it's important to contrast it with simple interest. Simple interest. Simple interest is calculated only on the initial amount of money you invested, or the principal. So, if you invest $1,000 at a 5% interest rate, you'll earn $50 each year, no matter how long you let the investment grow. Compound interest. Compound interest, on the other hand, takes into account the interest that has already been earned and reinvested, leading to a snowball effect that accelerates your wealth building. The difference between these two is huge, especially over long periods of time. Let's dive into the math to show you just how powerful compound interest can be. 2. The mathematics of compound interest. 2.1. The compound interest formula. To calculate compound interest, we use a formula known as the compound interest formula. A tongue sticking out, 1 plus Rn. NEA equals P backslash left, 1 plus backslash frac Rn backslash right. Caret E, a tongue sticking out, 1 plus NR in T. Where A equals the future value of the investment slash loan, including interest. P equals the principal investment amount, the initial deposit or loan amount. R equals the annual interest rate, decimal. N equals the number of times that interest is compounded per year. T equals the number of years the money is invested or borrowed for. Let's take an example. Suppose you invest $1,000 at 6% interest compounded monthly for 5 years. The formula would look like this. A equals 1,000. 1 plus 0.0612. 12 times 5 equals 1,000 backslash left. 1 plus backslash frac 0.06, 12 backslash right. Caret 12 backslash times 5 equals 1,000. 1 plus 120.06, 12 times 5. By plugging this into a calculator, you'd find that after 5 years, your investment would grow to $1,338.23. That's an increase of $338.23 in just 5 years. 2.2. The importance of compounding frequency. As you can see, the frequency of compounding monthly, quarterly, annually can make a big difference in how much your money grows. The more frequently the interest is compounded, the more you'll earn. For example, if you had the same $1,000 at 6% interest, but it was compounded daily instead of monthly, you would end up with $1,349.35 after 5 years. That extra $11.12 might not seem like much, but over time, and with larger sums of money, the impact can be significant. 2.3. Time is your friend. The effect of time on compound interest. One of the most important takeaways from compound interest is that time is a major factor in how much your money will grow. The longer you leave your money invested, the more it can compound. Let's say you invest $1,000 at 6% interest, compounded monthly, but this time for 30 years. After 30 years, your investment would grow to $5,743.49. That's more than 5 times your original investment. Key takeaway: the earlier you start, the more time your money has to compound. This is why it's crucial to start saving and investing as soon as possible. 3. How to take advantage of compound interest. 3.1. Start early and be consistent. As we've seen, time plays a huge role in maximizing compound interest. The earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to grow. But it's not just about starting early. It's also about being consistent. Start small. Even if you can only invest $100 a month, start today. Over time, that money will compound, and your future self will thank you. Automate your investments. Set up automatic contributions to your investment accounts so that you never miss a deposit. This consistency will help you take full advantage of compound interest. 3.2. Reinvest your earnings. To maximize the benefits of compound interest, always reinvest the interest you earn. Don't take it out and spend it. Instead, allow your interest to earn more interest by reinvesting it back into your investments. The more you reinvest, the faster your money grows. 3.3. Focus on long-term growth. Compound interest is most effective over the long term. While you might see some growth in the short term, it's in the later years where the real magic happens. Don't get discouraged if you don't see huge returns right away. Stick to your strategy and watch your money grow exponentially over time. 4. Real-world examples of compound interest in action. 4.1. Example 1. Stock market investments. Let's say you invest $500 a month in an index fund that returns an average of 8% per year. After 20 years, your investment would grow to over $300,000. And this is with just $500 per month. Imagine if you invested more or if your investment had a higher rate of return. 4.2. Example 2. Retirement accounts, IRA, 401k. One of the best ways to take advantage of compound interest is through retirement accounts like an IRA or 401k. These accounts allow your money to grow tax-deferred, meaning you don't pay taxes on your earnings until you withdraw the money in retirement. If you contribute $5,000 per year to a retirement account for 30 years, assuming an average return of 7% per year, you could have over $400,000 by the time you retire. And the best part? Your employer might match some of your contributions, accelerating the growth of your wealth even further. 4.3. Example 3. Real estate investments. Real estate investments can also benefit from the power of compound interest. If you buy a rental property and let the rental income accumulate over time, not only will you have a steady stream of passive income, but your property value will likely increase, compounding your wealth. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay financially empowered.